Okay, the details about the calendar of heaven. Firstly, it is seriously old. Like it is, because even with the paper itself, it looks like light brownish. It has that brownish color, but not exactly brown, but lighter. And then at the same time, the type of ink that is used there, it's not the type of ink like how we write. It's not written in the same kind of ink as ours. And secondly, it is just one page, and in that one page, that page, it was it wasn't a light paper as we have our own papers. It is thicker than our paper, you know. And then the first time that the Lord took me and showed me that calendar, and when he said, let me show you the secrets of heaven, this is the calendar. When he showed me that calendar the first time, the only thing that he was showing me was the years. Okay, because he was showing me the years, and as he has already said that it was a secret, these years, they were written not maybe in Roman figures or in like 1 2 3 as like our numbers. Instead, they were written more of a code, you know, a code in a sense that it was just these strokes of one, and they'll be grouped together, and then the strokes of one. And then he said these represent a month, a day, a year, and the hour. Okay, so I'm just describing only the calendar. Okay, so with that calendar, as much as it was this big brownish with a different kind of ink writing, okay, the ink writing, obviously it was black. Okay, but as he was showing the years, as we went through the years, he would just scroll through the years. It's like, to him, as much as it is this paper, but he would just scroll the years like this, like you scroll through your phone, when you're going whether to the left or to the right, and the numbers will be going like this, and then he will tell me this is this year, this is what is happening, and he will tell me the event of whatever that is happening at that time. Okay, that was the first time he showed me. Because after then, with every event that I saw on that secret calendar of heaven, everything was just so heavy for me that the Lord had to come back and then teach me each event separately, you know. So I talked about so many of these events. But then there's this time, then he comes back and says, with the secret calendar of heaven that you saw, let me show you the month. Because now we were zooming in into the month. It was no longer about the years, because first time he showed me, it was about the years. Then he said, let's look at the month. These are the days of the month. So he says to me, this is how a month look like. And I'm saying, but where are the numbers? Because you know how our calendar is, and it's like 1 2 3 4, up to day 80. There were no numbers in that calendar that was just zooming in on the months. What was there? There was, sorry, there were these circles. These circles, I'll call them circles because at first when I saw them, to me they were circles. Okay. So these circles, they will differ from day to day, and they will start having these dark shadings. And I'm like, where are the numbers? Why these circles? And then he says, this is the moon. And then he says, we see the date according to the moon. And with the month that he showed me, it had these full moons, and to me it looked like it's the same moon through maybe the first maybe 4 days, or up to 6 days, like that. But then, as I was saying, but it looks the same. How do you identify which day it is? And he was like, no, it doesn't look the same. as much as it still looks like it's a full moon, but it doesn't look the same. Okay, and then you'll see that it's starting to shade, like on the side. You will start to on the side, as in from your what is the side, from you, if you're looking at it, you'll say from your right. Okay, you'll see this gray shade that is starting, and then the second day is also a gray shade, and then this gray shading or dark shading will start increase as the days goes by. Because even with that, because with the days that are close to each other, let's say maybe is the 9th and the 10th, it would look like the moon looks with that gray shading, it looks the same. And I still said, but Lord, it still looks the same, you know. When I said it still looks the same, he was like, no, look closely. And it's more like when he says look closely, it's it's like it's not my naked eyes that I'm looking at it now, because when you look at it with just your eyes, you'll see that when days are close to each other, it looks the same. But with how he revealed it to me when he said look at it closely, I started saying that no, actually it is different, you know. So it will be those kind of shadings and going through this circle up to half, like as you know, the moon, and then up to half a moon, quarter a moon, and this gray shading will be as the days are going, it will be even like full like that. And then he said to me, this is how we look at the days of the month. And then after that, he started saying names of men, okay? And then he said they wrote the calendar that we're using. And then after he said that, he said names that were foreign to me at that time, okay? He spoke about Gregorian, okay? And then he spoke about this calendar, and then he said there's another name that he called it. And then he said, but you also call it a Julien calendar. Okay, the name Julien was there, but there's another name that he also called it, and then he said you also call it the Julien calendar. So as some people, they've been asking for me just to share the information just about the calendar of heaven. So that is all the information that I have.